Hey my beauties, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be introducing you to a new series that I'm starting called DIY Wednesdays. So on DIY Wednesdays, I'll be introducing a new recipe, a new DIY recipe that you can use for your hair or for your skin. So today I am actually going to be showing you how you can make your own herbal extractions for your hair growth oils. All right, but before we get into this, let's just deal with the formalities first. If you're new here, welcome. Just go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me. If you enjoy my content, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I upload another video. And if you're watching this on IGTV, hit the link in the description box and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll get more videos on tutorials that we'll be doing here. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, I will post the link down below in the description. And guess what? Follow us on Instagram. We have tons of fun. We discuss a lot of issues with hair care, and I would love for you to weigh in on our discussions. All right, so now that that's out of the way, let's get into this video. So in today's video, I will be using some of my favorite hair loving oils as well as some of my favorite herbs to extract and make a potent, powerful hair growth oil. I have been using this process for about 5 years now, and as you guys can see, my hair has been growing wonderfully. So I definitely wanted to come and share this with you guys. Sometimes these things can get a little pricey, buying the different herbs, buying the different oils, but this is actually how I create the moisture repair elixir. This is the finished product. This is how this process that I'm showing you is actually how I make this moisture repair elixir. It is infused with hibiscus and nettle leaf, as well as tea tree and lavender essential oil. So I'm going to be showing you kind of like the same process that I do to get this amazing elixir that all of you guys love. So if you don't want to go through the process that I'm going to show you here, feel free to check out our moisture repair elixir. It's $11.99 on our website at www.jantoinette1927.com. But if you do want to try this recipe, I will have all the information listed in the description box below, and you can find it on our website at mytype4hair.com. So everything will be listed below. So let's get into this video. So I will be using all of my favorite hair loving oils. Today we'll be using sweet almond oil, safflower oil, and rose hip seed oil. I chose these oils today because they are light oils. They're power packed in terms of moisturizing and sealing the hair, but they're also very light, so they won't weigh the hair down. All right, so here are some of the things that you're gonna need.
All right, so starting, we will be using English lavender flowers, whole amla. We'll also be using whole fenugreek seeds as well as wormwood, and we'll also be using hibiscus pods for this video. Now you'll also need a glass mason jar and a tablespoon measurement, a measurement spoon, 1 tablespoon. So we're gonna take 2 tablespoons of the hibiscus pods. I'm putting them on a napkin, and then I'm going to crush it with the glass, the mason jar. So I just want to crush it just to make it smaller so that when it's extracted, it comes out easier. Well, that's my method. I don't know if that works, but just something that I figured I'd do. So I'm going to pour these in the glass jar. And then we're going to take our measuring spoon, our 1 tablespoon measuring spoon, and I am going to go in with 2 tablespoons of each. So we're going to go, this is wormwood. This is going to be my first time using wormwood. 2 tablespoons of fenugreek. Also 2 tablespoons of the amla, the whole amla. A lot of people use amla powder. I'm using the whole amla. 2 tablespoons of the English lavender flowers. And then we are going to add about 1/4 of a bottle of rose hip seed oil. I love this especially for the skin. I'm going to do about 1/4 to 1/2 of the bottle of safflower, and then I'll fill the rest up with sweet almond oil. So now I'm taking some of my favorite essential oils. This is clary sage oil. I'm doing 25 drops of clary sage and 25 drops of cypress. Guys, I love cypress. I love clary sage. Love peppermint. I'm going to be taking 1 tablespoon of tea tree essential oil. Well, 2 tablespoons, not 1, 2, and then 2 tablespoons of peppermint essential oil. I am also going to do 1 tablespoon of eucalyptus essential oil and then just a few drops of carrot seed. It's really good. Carrot seed essential oil. It's really good for the hair, but it stinks. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit because I don't want it to stink. And then we're going to shake this up really well. Just mix it up. Get everything mixed up real well. We are going to fill a pot with water. Look at it settling. We're going to fill a pot halfway with water and we're going to sit the jar in and then put the stove on like low to medium heat and just let it simmer for several hours. Now you're gonna let this sit like on 4. I have it on 5, but then I reduced it to between 3 and 4. And you're gonna let that heat up for several hours if this is something that you want to start using right away.
Alright guys, so while that boils, I'm going to let that simmer, and actually I'm going to let that sit for about 6 to 8 weeks and just let the good old natural extraction course take its place. So that's why I'm going to use the one that I've had simmering for about 6 months. I did this back in August of 2019 and I'm pretty sure that it is ready to go. Of course, you don't have to leave it that long. Leaving it that long won't hurt it as long as the oil is within the shelf life. You'll be okay, but the maximum extraction time is about 6 to 8 weeks. So this is ready to go. This has been ready to go. So I'm going to open this up. So I'm going to use a 6-ounce bottle. There we go. I'm going to use a funnel and a strainer. Again, when you're doing oil extractions, anything with oil, you want to make sure it is free of water. If any water is in there, you risk the chance of getting mold, fungus, bacteria growing in your solution, and you do not want that, all right? So make sure you dry everything thoroughly. Use like a 90% isopropyl alcohol solution to make sure to get all that water out. That's what I do. And we're gonna pour this baby. Now, as you begin to use this oil, as the jar goes empty, make sure to transfer this oil into a smaller jar because you don't want to run the risk of early rancidity, all right? The air will cause the oil to go rancid earlier or faster. So make sure as this goes down, transfer it into a smaller jar if need be. So here is my extraction. It is beautiful. It is golden. This one has sweet almond and jojoba oil in it, but this is going to be so good. I've been using this particular one in my hair for the past 6 months, and when I tell you guys, my hair has been growing so well. I know that this herbal extraction works. Trust me, you can't tell me otherwise. This thing has been just amazing, especially for calming my scalp. It has peppermint essential oil in it, as well as a host of other essential oils. I actually did this on the IGTV back in, not an IGTV, I did this on an Instagram live back in August for my type 4 hair Instagram page, and I still have it, still been using it, and this one is pretty special. I love this particular oil blend. I'm thinking about adding it to I don't know, I'm thinking about adding it to the line. All right, so now we're gonna take a nozzle and cap it up. And this thing is ready to go. Alright guys, so this oil extraction is done. Like I said, the one that we made here on camera, I'm gonna let that sit for at least 6 to 8 weeks. But if you don't have 6 to 8 weeks to wait, if you want to try out something right away, you can sit it in a pot of water, fill the pot halfway of water and sit the glass jar in it and bring it to a slow boil and just let it extract for several hours on the stove. All right, that's one way to do it. I like to do it the old-fashioned way just because I want to set it and forget it. Toss that thing. Either you can sit it in a window or you can sit it under a cupboard. I normally do a little bit of both. Sometimes I sit it under the cupboard. Sometimes I sit it out on the porch and let the sun really pull the herbs, all the great ingredients, all the nutrients out of the herbs. The heat will pull it out of the herbs into the oil. But any which way is fine. If you look up and read up on it, you'll see that some people suggest doing it in the sun or in a warm area. Some people suggest doing it where it's darker. A lot of times they say do it where it's darker because it helps to preserve the shelf life of the oil. So it's really up to you. Do your research, but this baby, honey, this is ready to go. I am going to wash my hair and I am going to be using this on my scalp. Like I said, if you don't have the time, because sometimes the essential oils part of this can be pretty pricey. And if you don't want to go through all that hassle and you're just saying, guess what, Lachelle, I just want to dry the oil, okay? Do you sell it? Well, yeah, I do. It comes in the form of the Moisture Repair Elixir. This one is actually infused with hibiscus and nettle leaf. And it also has tea tree and lavender essential oil. So that is the process of how I make our Moisture Repair Elixir. But like I said, you can play around with your own. If you don't want to make your own, you're definitely free to purchase ours. It's on our website at jantoinette1927.com. But I'm so excited. Like I said, I've been using this oil, this particular blend, for the past 6 months, and my hair loves it. Loves it, especially the sweet almond and the jojoba essential oils. As you guys know, they're rich in vitamin E. It helps to bring vitamin E is a great antioxidant for the scalp. They're great in fatty acid. It helps to promote healthy hair, shiny hair, helps to lubricate the hair, prevent it from excess damage, has vitamin B1, vitamin B6, which also is great for hair growth. So it's a lot. Let me tell y'all something. Everything that you see in this video, I have already done my research, and all of them are great for hair growth and healthy scalps. All right, so if you want to see all the information, because a lot of people don't want to hear that boring stuff in the video, but if you want all the information on the herbs, I am going to have everything listed on our website at mytype4hair.com. That's our blog on hair care, especially on type 4 hair. So you guys check it out. I'm about to go do my hair. Y'all know what to do. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe if you like this video, and leave a comment below letting me know if you like this video. All right, guys, it is wash day. You know what that means. Actually, you know what? Before I go, I want to show y'all how long my hair has gotten. I'm gonna pull this out right quick. Get a little get on camera. The front of my hair, when I checked it last month, it was about here. I don't even think it had gone below my chin yet. And I'm gonna pull this because I have it slicked down, but let me pull it straight forward. And I think I have a picture too. But I went from my hair being here to now my hair being straight down to my neck. And so that's about 2 inches, I would say. Almost 2 inches, or about 2 inches of growth in the past about month to 6 weeks, almost 2 months. And so my hair has been growing really well, all thanks to the Total Moisture Repair line. You guys, y'all gotta check it out, especially if you have type 4 hair that's really dry, type 3 hair that's really dry, and you're looking for something to solve your dry hair needs. Y'all know, shameless plug, give it a try. jantoinette1927.com. But that's all I have for you guys today. Until next Wednesday, guys, stay beautiful. Bye.